all aboard! Hello and welcome to this edition of Shaky Hands Shed, and it's gonna be a sort of rattle jewelry. What's glitter and Rolfie doing over there sort of day. Anyway, this is the age of the train. Look out, Uncle Jim's on the prowl. Anyway, where were we going with this? What we're doing is I'm checking out the size of the box I made for TT. I think I've underestimated the size it's gonna be. I was thinking more a long end gauge and a bit bigger than end gauge, but it is quite a bit bigger than end. But this is where I don't think you lose a bit of size with it, but if you really want to lose size, end gauge is the way to go. But anyway, I digress. I've got wood to make, and I've got wood to make another layout. I'll show it after. I've got batten somewhere. If I haven't, I can buy battening. It's only cheap, and I need another box of screws. I need that to continue with my double O gauge anyway. And what I'm doing there, I've got these tracks, they were two lots off eBay. I'll show them split after, but I'm working, and it's apparent already there's going to be nowhere near enough room to do what I want to do. In that I was hoping against hope. Engage would have probably fitted in this. No way, Pedro. But it gives me the option to go wider and a bit longer, which I wanted really anyway. This is a bit small. Even for an end-to-end layout, it's small. It may be good for a little engaged shunting yard. In fact, that may happen with my American engage, because I've got quite a bit of American end. I was doing a roundhouse with a turntable, but I don't think that'll come into fruition. Anyway, here I got a pack of 5 straights and a straight and a curve and a point. So I want the opposite point for the opposite end, because I want to make a run around, and another one of them curves the same as that. And Bob's your auntie, Fanny's your uncle, however it goes. And then we want the straights in between. I want it to be enough for leave 3 of the 4-wheel carriages that they do in TT, the southern ones, because I have invested in 3 of them for the layout, because it's going to have it's going to be a little southern branch line, and it's going to be the terminus. And I've decided it's going to be like Kentish, possibly. I want to paint horse houses on the back scenes, so it's going to have horse houses anyway. Ernie's doing a bit of supervision from back on the back of the double O layout. And I'm going to do I've got some TT120 buffer stops from Pico. and they're a fantastic little kit, and I think I'll do a separate video on them, painting them, doing the painting on them, and etc, etc, etc. And there we go. I'd well recommend them to anyone doing a shunting layout or terminus station or whatever. I'd well recommend them. And now we're gonna show the Hornby 4-wheel carriage. It's there for a reason, because I bought 3 Hornby TT120 4-wheel carriages. Now I think they're lovely little. They're a lovely little thing on Hornby, the little 4-wheelers. They're very characterful, and I do have the interiors for them, and I can put people and lighting in them, make them even more so. Anyway, here we go. Let's see, there's the box. I might get a stock box and everything and bin the boxes. I'm not going to want them, but the carriages, they have additional parts such as the running board and vacuum hoses or air hoses, whatever they were. We'll put it on the track, one of them, because we'll be checking out the detail, because they are lovely detail on them. I can't fault them really. And it'll look great, that weathered and scenery round it, and the rails bedding, it'll look fantastic. And as I've said, I'm going a lot for what I want. It's downhill, must be. It's a very free rolling carriage, let's put it that way. It's beautiful free rolling. Very impressed, but the detail on it as well, you can't fault the detail. I mean, look at the lettering on that for size. And this one's the first class carriage. Smoking and non-smoking. Or I'm presuming that's what the blue and the red's for, smoking, non-smoking. And some of the bulkhead detail. The steps up onto the roof. And buffers, it's got lovely metal buffers. Can't fault them, and the wheels are beautiful. I think looking at them, they're meant to be the wooden centre, wooden segments on them, and metal wheels. So they're beautiful. Looking at size comparison, it's a lot longer coach than the double O version, but it's a lot shorter, you can see in dimensions. But here we are, here's the next one to be shown. And I'm very impressed with these little coaches. They're a very, very nice little model. You can see there, I think they must have been wooden centre wheels. And there we are, we've got carriage number and the guards' windows at the back. And that's on, is it a first or a third class carriage? Can't remember, but the last one I've got is the baggage coach. Baggage coach and guards van. Which is pretty impressive, to be honest. I did like it. It's a very basic model. but it's pretty impressive. We're just waiting for me to get it. But yeah, it is a... Let's think about it. I like it and it's nice, but... There we go. And that's a baggage van and guard's compartment. And look at that, I love the back end, where the guard looks out. And here, I've got wood. Matron. I've got wood for the TT layout, and here's a few corgis, most are restorations. Old 1960s and 70s corgis. Most of them are restorations from absolute messes. I've got kits I've built, dioramas. Tamiya motorbike. Warhammer. Another corgi, a boxed 70s corgi. An Airfix Triumph Herald. And a few other dioramas, stroke aircraft down there. Anyway, Eric, says Tatty Pie. He's kept out of it, he's been in his bedding. He's kept out of the way, he's a good lad, Eric. And it's Tatty Pie from Ernie. Ernie's the supervisor of the operation. Anyway, Tatty Pie, people. Tatty Pie.